So tell us about Pitchfest, which you are the director of this year.
I'm so excited. We had it's not quite the 10th year for Pitchfest, but since this is the 10th year events for ThrillerFest, we had so many agents that wanted to come this year, and so many writers keep growing to come to the event that we actually had to kind of put a limit on it this year. So
Really?
we started early, and then we just we have room size issues, so we're hoping to grow the event. But I love Pitchfest. It's all about matchmaking, and for me, if you're in the industry of writing, you don't know who to talk to, so it's like speed dating for writers. It's been fun.
And just for our viewers who aren't that familiar, Pitchfest is an opportunity for writers to come here and meet with different literary agents and pitch them their manuscript and see and sort of make a connection and take it from there.
We set it up too that they only have 3 minutes, so you better get your thoughts in order and very concise and say, this is what it's about and this is who I am. And the agents love to get to know you face to face and who you are more than just the writing.
Right, and not just getting the manuscript.
Right, so that flushes out what they're seeing on paper. Really a unique opportunity, I think. So we have agents, publishers, acquisition editors, and even producers, movies and television scripts. So it's kind of fun for everybody.
Yeah. Now, as the director of Pitchfest, were you the one to reach out to them and ask them to come?
Right. It's been fun. Sometimes I reach out to them, and sometimes they reach out to me and say, "Do you have a spot?" So we always give the person who is here this year the first shot to say no for next year if they have vacation plans. So it's almost like season tickets at a game. It's unless somebody gives up their ticket, it's kind of hard to find new people to want to join us. It's easy to find them, but it's hard to find a seat for them. But we try to accommodate as many as we can. It's a fun event.
Yeah. What has been some of the feedback you've gotten?
This year they've said it's the best one we've ever had because the writers were prepared and they were calm. Because how nerve-wracking to think, my whole life is in this 3-minute pitch. And they were much calmer this year, and the agents really appreciated the professionalism and how they seemed to be more experienced writers this year. So the feedback was it was really good this year for everybody.
Well, it's great. And besides Pitchfest, you also have something where the writers participating in Pitchfest practice their pitches on members of the international thriller writers, right?
Yes, our executive director, Kimberly Howe, asked Jeff Ayers to set up Practice Pitchfest that coordinates right ahead of my Pitchfest. And you have established authors, just wonderful help for all of them saying, this is, I didn't hear this, or, what if, so what, is what they keep trying to go after, is what if this happens, but so what, why do I care about that character? And oddly, since this was the first year, we tried throwing in, we didn't tell the writers this, but we threw in 3 agents too. And so we had the famous Janet Reed and Barbara Poel and Michelle Wentz. So we had 3 great agents up there, which was wonderful.
Who were helping.
Yes, so they had experts up there helping them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, yeah.
And now you're an author, a published author as well.
Right.
How did you get your agent?
Oh, yeah, I got my agent at Pitchfest.
Really?
Yes, I did, here at this event.
I did not know that when I asked you. So you're a Pitchfest success story.
Yes, and it's so fun because I love my agent. It's John Talbot with the Talbot Fortune Agency, and I met him here the first year I was pitching, but I had a series out that was not agented, and he picked me up the second year when all the agents had told me, but what else are you doing? And I wasn't thinking of what else I was doing. I was so focused on that first series.
Right.
And so for writers out there, I'd say, keep writing and write something different and write something new in a different standalone way. And when I took their advice and came back the next year, he picked me up right away, which I'm thrilled to be with John Talbot.
That's great advice. And now you have a new book out right now, Solomon's Whisper. Yes. Why don't you tell us about that?
Solomon's Whisper, if you know the Bible story, it was when King Solomon had to make the women that were arguing over a baby, how he made them decide was, then I'll split the baby in half and give you each a half, so that the real mother, he could distinguish the mother. Well, I did that in a modern story where you know, what if people like John Bonet has always irritated me pretty deeply, because those poor parents, and they never got resolution, and nobody's ever found her killer. What if I studied all the cases in America of children who have died and there was no resolution? And so I did that, and I made...
that's so dark.
my villain is actually the hero to me, because that villain goes around and kills the murderers in the exact same way, in the exact same place that those kids were killed. And I like that premise, because it's like, it's hard to think of him as a villain, even though it is a villain, he or she, you know, and so you're kind of going, it's just a vigilante story that I really enjoyed. Very much enjoyed.
And are you working on anything else right now?
I am. Jacob's Ascent is a very quirky story about a priest that's killed in Deadwood, South Dakota 100 years ago for real. And the priests in my community of South Dakota asked me to write this story because he's up for sainthood. So, which is really strange that they'd ask a thriller writer to try to vindicate a man that they want to make into a saint. But I turned the story around to a modern day murder that somebody's emulating that. Since I don't know who killed the original priest, I don't know who did it, but it's a really fun setting, because Deadwood, South Dakota, of course, is famous for the Wild Bill Hickok death, and Mount Moriah Cemetery. So it's a really rich setting too. That's hometown for me. So yeah.
Oh, cool. Very interesting. Well, thank you so much.
I always love being with you guys. Thank you.